Settling the controversy, the Federation-Klingon alliance in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. Here's an expanded version of the first paragraph. Welcome to Settling the Controversy, the podcast where we dive into the most debated topics in the Star Trek universe. I'm your host, Name, and today we are tackling a question that has sparked heated discussions among fans: the Federation-Klingon alliance in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. This season has taken a bold step by depicting a time when the Federation and the Klingon Empire, sworn enemies for centuries, put aside their differences and formed a historic alliance. But was this alliance truly a symbol of peace and cooperation, or was it a clever ploy to further each side's own interests? We'll be exploring this complex and intriguing topic. Let's start with the basics. The Federation-Klingon alliance is rooted in the storyline of Strange New Worlds, which takes place about a decade after the events of Discovery. The show's writers have taken creative liberties to reimagine the relationship between the two powers, suggesting that they may have been more integrated than previously thought. But how does this new narrative square with the traditional Star Trek canon, which painted the Federation and the Klingons as bitter enemies? We'll discuss how the show's writers have navigated the intricacies of Klingon culture and diplomatic protocols to justify the alliance, and what implications this may have for our understanding of the Star Trek universe. Here's the expanded paragraph. The Federation-Klingon alliance in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds has sparked a heated debate among fans, highlighting the complexities of one of science fiction's most iconic rivalries. On one hand, the alliance seems like a natural progression of the Klingon Empire's evolution, as we've seen in earlier iterations of the Star Trek franchise. The Empire, once portrayed as a simplistic, instinctual force driven by honor and conquest, has shown itself to be increasingly complex and nuanced. We've witnessed this trend in previous series, such as Deep Space Nine, where the Klingons grappled with the consequences of their own bureaucracy and internal power struggles. This growth towards complexity raises interesting questions about the Klingons' social and philosophical development, and how they might adapt to the changing galaxy. A Federation-Klingon alliance, then, could be seen as a reflection of the Klingons' growing maturity and willingness to engage in diplomacy rather than war. On the other hand, the alliance raises thornier questions about the Federation's values and the consequences of their actions. The Federation, at its core, is built on the principles of cooperation, mutual understanding, and a commitment to peaceful resolution. The idea of forming an alliance with a species that, historically, has been one of their greatest adversaries challenges the Federation's reputation as a beacon of peace and stability. Some fans might see the alliance as a pragmatic, realpolitik move, necessary for the survival of both civilizations in a treacherous galaxy. However, others might view it as a betrayal of the Federation's core principles, potentially undermining the trust and cooperation that has made the Federation such a respected force in the galaxy. This dichotomy speaks to the rich, layered themes that Strange New Worlds explores and invites us to consider the nuances of diplomacy, power, and identity in the Star Trek universe.